These so-called threat assessments or harassment lists are being used for revenge, abuse, and to violate constitutional and civil rights. These so-called threat assessments or harassment lists include human rights violations, including but not limited to 1. Being illegally, electronically monitored, harassed, tortured, and violated, and the TI's or victim's personal information that was illegally gathered from the illegal electronic monitoring being illegally shared or given to the TI's or victim's family or friends, then intentionally repeated back to the TI or victim by family and friends of the TI or victim in the form of a script or street theater script using directed conversation around the TI or victim, disregarding the fact that they can be sued and imprisoned for doing so. 2. Being excessively watched. 3. Being followed. 4. Being harassed. 5. Being stalked. 6. Being subjected to intentional noise harassment and sleep deprivation. 7. Being abused by intentionally and forcefully sensitizing the TI or victim to an everyday, 24/7 stimuli by strangers, neighbors and family of the TI or victim who have been recruited, intimidated, lied to, or coerced into this harassment and terrorism against the TI or victim. 8. Being repeatedly harassed with intentional gestures, including intentional hand gestures and arm gestures by individuals on foot and in vehicles. 9. Being harassed by neighbors and strangers who have been told gossip, lies or recruited, intimidated or coerced into participating in this harassment and terrorism against the TI or victim. These so-called threat assessments or notifications are being abused and used for revenge and as an attempt to control another human being. It is clear that these individuals are using these so-called threat assessments or community notifications to cloak and conceal themselves and fool the community and others into participating in and justifying their harassment and terrorism of another individual. It is also clear in many cases that all it takes is one criminal, corrupt, crooked law enforcement officer to get an individual put on one of these harassment lists, which in turn gives all law enforcement a negative image. No matter the excuse or what you may have heard or been told about the target or victim, this does not justify harassing, abusing, or terrorizing them. Some may feel justified by participating in this harassment of the TI or victim that they are doing their community a favor. But do not forget that harassing and terrorizing another individual will never help the situation, the community, or yourself.
Okay, then book me. Book me. Okay, look. I don't know about homicide, but you've definitely got me for raising my voice in a public library.
You watch your mouth.
Come on, you dragged my name through the mud. Everybody thinks I'm some kind of...
Listen carefully. You see, people, in this country, when you walk into an office and you have a problem, and you raise your voice or even swear, never mind threatening anyone, never mind getting violent. If you raise your voice or you get mad at someone who works in that office, get a load of this, folks. She can flag your name. Now there's an bogus investigation on you. That's right. Whenever you come in, you're going to be treated differently because the word is now put out that you are a violent person, not of someone who raises their voice. You are violent and very, very dangerous, and you must be stopped. That is how this works, as I will explain. You can go to gangstalkingworld.com on the internet. And when you're there, I'd like you to click on About Us. Then you'll scroll down and you'll see Community Notifications is what you will read. It explains everything that I'm speaking of about the sick people that work in that office that targeted me and my family and said, we're going to destroy your life because we don't like you because you raised your voice. You raise your voice, you'll be gang stalked. A notification goes out to gang stalkers, sickos, devil worshippers, child molesters. They destroy your life. And the authorities are all aware of it, right up to the mayor, everyone. That's the way it works in this country, in this community. So please go again to gangstalkingworld.com, click on Community Notification, and read it from the top to the bottom. And everything there will be explained to you. How these cowards work in this sick community. Something else you'll read at this gang stalking world, folks, is you'll also notice one thing these gang stalk people, there's thousands of us in North America, by the way. One thing you'll read that we have in common, we all jump up and make signs and go protesting for our health, for our mental state of well-being, to combat these sick people. Go read, go educate yourself, because I need your support, because we are going to send these gang stalkers back to hell where they came from.